Hi, my name is Robert and I'm a motorcycle gear addict.
Hi Robert.
I've been sober, I haven't bought a motorcycle product for 60 days.
What's that behind your back?
This? It's just a small tank bag. I mean, it doesn't count, right?
Oh, fuck off.
So here I am 6 years into my adventure gear addiction, and there's so many new things coming all the time. High-end stuff, bike mods, camping gear, riding gear, and all these YouTuber influencers, not pointing any fingers. But is it really required? If you're looking into getting started with adventure riding and you think you need to buy all this stuff even to get started, this video is for you. Of all the things I bought over the years, I will show you what really made sense, budget stuff that I still use today, and yeah, get started on a budget. So let's start with the bike. You got yourself an adventure bike of some sort. I've done so many things to my bike, that the upgraded suspension, the rally tower, big fat navigation, steering dampener, high exhaust, twin pegs, brake fix, and all of that stuff. If someone were to get started with a new bike, I would only recommend doing one thing. Adventure riding often means leaving the tarmac, going on gravel and forest roads and things like that. The only thing I would change on a new bike would be the tires, because they are often delivered with pretty street-oriented tires, such as the Pirelli Rally STRs that the T7 and Norden 901 I think is delivered with as well. If you have big flat knobs, it's going to skid around, and you may think that these more enduro-looking tires are for the aggressive experts. But it's the other way around. You need skills to go off-road on these tires, but having a pointy, knobby tire makes it all so much easier, and you will be more confident when riding. So Grandma was right. It takes an expert to handle the big knobs. Small knobs are for beginners. Yeah, so aggressive tires are easier, and the softer the better. But softer tires also wear out faster, so learn to change your own tires. You save tons of money on that also. And it's good on the trail, knowing how to change the tire. And for riding gear, we need to be protected, of course, and that's always a gamble. Riding is dangerous, but most injuries when riding off-road happens to the feet. So get a good pair of riding boots. These are just an old pair that I got for free from, thank you Dragos, when my own broke. But that's a good example. You need to get protective boots that go high up and have some impact resistance and twisting and turning there. But look at the second-hand market, because you will never get blisters in bike boots. You will not go on hiking trails in these. So as long as they fit size-wise, you can use them perfectly. So boots, important. Then budget tips, spend money on a good armor jacket. Because I had this now, I think it's 6 years actually. And it will protect you very well, abrasion and impact and everything. But on top of this, you can then have whatever you want. You don't need motorcycle gear on top of this, because this is still motorcycle gear underneath. You can use any jacket over that one, or a sweater or MX shirt or whatever. And for rain protection, I started out with a normal rain jacket, 40 euros from a sporting store. It's more waterproof than the most expensive Climb Badlands suit out there. And you can have any layer underneath that you want. The only thing it's not breathable. But if it's pouring down and you're riding and so on, either you get a bit sweaty, or I mean, you'll survive. For helmets, this is the first helmet I bought. The necks XWED 2 something. There are really good priced helmets out there that are good. I have the Climb Krios Pro. It's become ridiculously expensive, so I guess I cannot buy a new one when this is out. It's getting a bit worn. And for pants, you have two options. You buy cheaper pants that are not waterproof, and then you add these rain pants on top. But I don't bother with them because it's such a hassle just to get in and out of the pants. It's easier with the jacket. So the other option is to spend money on a pair of waterproof riding pants, whatever you find. But spend money on the protection with the armor jacket, pants and boots, helmet. For gloves, if I have a lot of mileage to do on tarmac and so on, I want to have real sort of abrasion resistant gloves. But going off-road and so on, I use just cheap, these are waterproof for 20 euros. Pretty cheap, and enduro gloves that I can get also for 20 euros or something like that. Another budget tip is when you have the armor jacket, don't look for adventure gear. Look at enduro shops instead. They are not in the adventure business, they are in the sporting business, but they have the same problems as us. They want to have breathing gear and waterproof sometimes and so on. And if you have the protection underneath, go find enduro gear instead. So we have the bike, the gear, now we want to spend the night camping. And in my case, I have a tent set up. So we need the tent, the sleeping bag, and the sleeping mattress. And to keep you warm, it's easy to think that it's the sleeping bag, but it's actually the sleeping mattress that I would spend money on. This is 130 euros, it was when I bought it at least. Exped Synmat 9. And it keeps you warm from the cold that comes from the ground down to minus 25 degrees, and it feels like sleeping on a Turkish hot stone or something like that. It really keeps you warm. And that means I can have this 40 euro sleeping bag. It all compresses down a bit. I have them a bit loose when I store them. But it's, yeah, you find a lot on sale and stuff like that. So 130 euros for the mat, 40 euros for the sleeping bag. And 130 euros for the tent. Tents can be really expensive, but I bought this budget tent. And what you pay for in the more expensive tents are lightweight and small pack size. This looks big now, but yeah, it's almost 3 kilos. It compresses a lot more if I want to, so it goes into the pack. But yeah, quite a cheap tent. Still use it, waiting for it to wear out, but hasn't happened. Luggage, I have the top end Moscow Moto Reckless 40 and stuff like that. A lot of money. But when I started out, I just had these cheaper Enduristans. And there are so many, and you can put them on any bike. Doesn't have to cost a fortune, or just get some good straps and a big dry bag. You can get a 40-liter dry bag, 50-liter or whatever, and strap it to your bike. Get started that way, and just don't wait to get the full kit. Yeah, so let's get creative. Let's watch Mondo Enduro, the pioneers in adventure riding, even before the long way around. Welded suitcases to the bike and whatever. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch it, and then let's get out there and ride the world and be on adventures. Be creative in the comment section. Let's have some tips and yeah, what did you do to sort of have a budget solution on stuff. And then we'll see each other in the next video or on the trails. See you.